Okay, back on the bench once again. This is a Spitfire in 1/72 scale. It's a limited edition one from the Daily Telegraph. I don't know anything about the promotion on it. There's very little information on the box or in the instructions. Apparently it's one of 1500 and it's from Revell. I mean, that's all I know. It is a pretty dire kit. I seem to have a thing for getting awful kits, and yeah, instead of panel lines it's got rivets, raised rivets at that, so where I've sanded the join line down, I've just lost the detail. It's missing the panel lines underneath where the engine was, the bit of the iconic bit at the bottom. Yeah, it's just, it didn't fit together. The fuselage went together okay, I suppose. I needed a couple of bits of filler. The canopy doesn't fit properly. As you can see, it sticks out there. I've tried, it's as good as I can get it, really. Yeah, very, sort of, what is that supposed to be? It's well, it is the pilot seat, but it's pretty dire. But yeah, and the front of the wings didn't go together particularly well, so I've had to fill them and sand them, and again I've lost more rivet detail. It's a bit annoying. And the pilot was quite comical. He's got a bit of an elongated, squished head. But yeah, as I said, this only cost me about £3 off eBay. So I'm not too worried. I mean, pretty basic, straightforward instructions. There's your paint design. Yeah, there's the decal sheet. Yeah, it's got more decals than I would have thought for what it is. Yeah, walkway line, indications, and a little bit of nose art there. I think I think it's a little geezer in a top hat saying "Tally ho." Yeah, got sort of location for the lifting trestles as well, which I've not seen on a Spitfire kit before, especially one as basic as this. So yeah, I've managed to lose one of the undercarriage struts. It came off yesterday, and I put it somewhere safe and forgotten what I've done with it. But that's not going on until later. As you can see, the moulding's pretty dire. The other fun thing about this is I can't even work out what marker Spitfire this is supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, it's quite disappointing from Revell, but they were probably approached by the Daily Telegraph for Battle of Britain anniversary or something, and said, can you do us a load of kits on the cheap? But yeah, it's coming along. It's not going to take me long to build this one. So I'll update you once I've done a little bit more. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I kind of forgot to film any more from the beginning of the Spitfire and the Daily Telegraph. The instructions actually say it's a Mark II. But yeah, I've had some fun issues with this. I don't know whether or not the camera's going to pick it up. But basically, when I put the gloss varnish on, the top all came out absolutely fine, but on the underside, this patch here on the wing all bubbled and peeled off, which was really annoying. So I've had to basically peel it all off and repaint. And also, I didn't notice at the time, but where I shoved the propeller in, it's on a thing, it split the front of the cowling underneath, so I've had to fill that and repaint it. So yeah, you're really not getting an impression. I think you might be able to see that where it's matte rather than gloss. That's why I've had to rescue it. So what I'm doing now is I'm giving that I'll probably give it another 24 hours to dry solid before I try and do that. I've got no idea what is causing that. So basically I'm using your standard Humbrol, and then I'm using Tamia clear coat, and I've noticed a lot of times recently when I've put that on, the paint, it's attacked the paint, and I bought this one from the thing. This one I threw out and decided to keep, because what I noticed was if I put a layer of that on, this wasn't attacking the paint, but when you put the wash on, the wash dissolves that and attacks the paint. So what I've attempted to do is put a layer of that on first, and then put a layer of that on in the hope that it would stop that from attacking the paint. And largely, as you can see, largely it works. It was just on that one little patch, so I might have just not sprayed that on there. It just missed or something. But it's really annoying that this is happening a lot now. That, for like 3 or 4 models, I'll show you the main one. The best result I ever had. This Spitfire, Airfix Spitfire, the best result I've ever had on any kit, and I did that technique. I used painted it, and then I used that clear, the Humbrol clear, the Tamia clear, and then weathered it, well, deckled it, put another coat on, and then did the wash, the same wash I've always used. So I use I use a little bit of white. Well, I get some Humbrol 33 black. I haven't got any of that in a minute, and I add some white spirit to it. Make it really dilute. Paint that on, and then wipe the excess off with a Q-tip. And on that one and a few of the other models, it works really well. But then suddenly this started eating my paint. And then on the last 2 models I've done, the P1127 and the Mustang, and also the blending to a bit as well. I did that technique, and it ruined the paint. So I don't know why it's worked on some of my models, and now all of a sudden it's not working. And Tamia changed the ingredients in this. It is a bit weird. So I'm going to try one more time with this. But then what I might end up doing is seeing if I can get hold of some Humbrol clear coat. So a lot of people say it's not very good, but also seen a lot of people get on really well with it. So I don't know if any modelers actually watch my channel. Maybe I could get some advice. That would be really handy, because I know everyone sort of frowns upon these things now, but I grew up using Humbrol paints, and I've always had reasonable results with it. And it's only been in my last sort of 6 months of modelling, where I've watched lots of YouTube, that I've actually had the confidence to start messing around with lacquers and washes and things like that. And really, when it works, it really has improved my model making to a hell of a lot. I mean, I'm not very good at it. I never claimed to be. But I'm generally quite happy with my results. But yeah, that's the update on the so-called limited edition Daily Telegraph Spitfire. So I'm going to put this. I'm going to upload this now with the other video clip that I started up with this. And I'll see you very soon.